Hey everybody, I need to take these braids down. So do you want to join me? Do you want to watch me take my braids down and then prep for my next set? That's what I'm doing in this video. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Let me go ahead and start taking the braids out while I'm chatting with you. What I discovered while wearing the braids is that my hair, the longest my hair can go is about a week. Like it's about a week. That I want to go without washing my hair. With it being shorter, I like to wash it more frequently if I can. Maybe when I do like a wash and go, maybe every 2 or 3 days. 3 is pushing it. It's really pushing it. So putting the braids in, I said, what is a style that I can wear and enjoy for, a few days to give myself a break from styling but still be able to enjoy the wash day experience. Because at a shorter length, the wash day experience is really kind of enjoyable. So right now, what I'm doing, for at least what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks, I've been putting it in the cornrows and then taking it out in a week and washing it in a week and putting the cornrows back in. So that's what we're getting ready to do. We're taking these braids down and I'm going to prep for the next set of braids that I'm going to put in. Now, I do this in 2 steps. So this is a 2-step process for me. It's not something that I just do in one night or one day, which you could. You really could. But for me, in order to make it as enjoyable as possible, I have to split it into 2 sections. So the first section is the first night, I will take the braids out and then I will shampoo and condition, put my leave-ins in, blow dry it, and then go ahead and braid it. Just braid my natural hair, part it and braid my natural hair how I want the braids to be. And then I go to sleep. I go to sleep. And then the next day, that's actually when I pick back up and then I add in the hair that I'm putting in as the extension on the hair. So to me, that just makes it easier and more enjoyable. Because the first night, I'm not really worried about hair, the extension hair. I'm just worried about getting it clean and parting it. So it's kind of like an outline. Like, if you're, it's like the rough draft version. So if you write and you're writing a paper, typically you create an outline. So on the first night, I basically just do like a rough draft of how I want to style it. Now, if you're anything like me, that could change. That could change. So I sleep on it, right? Like I go ahead, put the parts in, how I think I want it to be, and then I go to sleep. So now I'm fortunate because with the work that I do, I don't have to see people the next day. So that's okay for me in work. Now, if this is something that you're going to try to do, then you may have to go ahead and knock it out right then. But for me, I'm fortunate to where the next day I may not have to see anyone during my work day. Or if I do have to see someone during my work day, it's acceptable for me to wear like a scarf or a hat or something like that to kind of conceal the cornrows. Now also another alternative is to be able to, with the cornrows that I put in, I could cover it up with a wig if I wanted to. Or, just depending on how neatly you put your cornrows in, you could just wear the cornrows with just your regular hair. Like, you don't have to add the hair if you don't want to. I just like having a little bit of length when I have braids because I like to have, the cute little buns and things like that. I think that's cute for the summertime. And I'll tell you what I was inspired by. So I have been watching YouTube. Now I haven't been on YouTube lately, like recording, but I'm still, everybody uses YouTube, right? So I've still kind of been on YouTube looking at videos and things like that. And one thing that I'm really inspired by lately are what I've been seeing people doing, like the healing diaries, or what they're calling the introvert diaries, or the solo travel diaries. Everyone has like their own diary, right? So this is like a video diary. And like I said, I want to have a place to just kind of watch whatever it is that I decide to do. Whether it's just the braids for a couple of weeks, and or go back to my wash and go. I don't really know, but YouTube kind of provides me that space to be able to do that. The first time I cut my hair on camera, that was kind of freeing for me and liberating. So I think that's kind of where the healing journey began. And since then, you know, just learning how to keep my hair short and everything that I've gone through since then, I guess that was the healing process for me. So now maybe this is like the next level of my healing journey, which is sharing it, because I went through everything that I went through healing in that stage of my hair journey privately. So maybe the next step is to I don't know, maybe transition into openly sharing it. If you haven't done your hair, why don't you go ahead and get started? Get started. Maybe go grab some shampoo, some conditioner, and let's just do it together. Let's do it together. So this is where I am 7 months natural. So now, let's go ahead. I'm just trying to enjoy, like, feeling my scalp for a second. Because, like I said, for a week, it's been in these braids. And I'm just so used to my scalp being free. So while I love the braids, I'm not going to say that I don't miss the scalp massages. So before I go ahead and shampoo it, I'm just going to throw on some conditioner, just regular conditioner, to, I guess, detangle and kind of get out any shed hair, and also just to kind of soften it. Although that's another reason why I'm still feeling it, because it still feels really soft from my last week prep. So I'm just using Tresemme Rich Moisture conditioner, and I'm just gonna put a generous amount in my head, just straight in it. The benefit of doing my own hair is I can control like how tight it is. So that prevents like tension, you know, problems related to tension. You know, and having those like scalp issues, I don't really have to deal with that doing it myself. Now, I'm not gonna say that doing it myself is easy all the time. I'll be honest, sometimes it gets frustrating because it can be like a time-consuming process. It can be time-consuming, and sometimes you just want to be pampered. You know, you want to be pampered. You want to have someone else do it. So it has its pros and its cons. Just like everything. All right, the curl's coming back. That braid takedown took me about 20 minutes to get the braids out. I think, let me see, how many braids did I have? I think I had 4, 6, I may have had 16 cornrows in my head. So it took me about 20 minutes to take it down. And now this is just the pre-treatment, which, like I said, the purpose is just to be able to soften it up since it's been braided, kind of get out any of the shed hair. And I'm just going to go in with, first I'm going to rinse my hands, but this is what my hands look like. So you can already see that a little bit of the hair on there. Now I'm going to just go in with the brush. And let the brush catch any more of the shed hair. And then we're going to go shampoo. Let me turn around so y'all can see the back. Alright, so the brush just kind of slid right through. And it's not really a lot of hair on there either. I don't know if you can see that because it's a black brush, but that's the hair that's on there. And it's not a lot. And this is, like I said, from 1 week. So that's the hair that we're losing. A little bit. But that's normal. Alright, so now I'm going to head to the kitchen so I can go ahead and rinse this conditioner out and then go ahead and shampoo it before, and then the next step will be deep conditioning. Alright, see you in the shampoo, or in the sink, in the kitchen sink. I don't have a shampoo bowl, I was gonna say. See you in the shampoo bowl, but that's the kitchen sink. Alright. So let's put the shampoo in now, and just the Tresemme shampoo, the Rich Moisture. So I'm almost out. Okay, there we go. I really want to make sure it gets down on my scalp, although like I have very little buildup. I did a couple of pumps. I may have put a little bit too much conditioner or shampoo on here, but it'll be all right. It's a moisturizing shampoo. Let's see if we can get some of this edge off. Okay. And I'm using the pads of my fingers. So like my fingertips, not my nails. And I'm just massaging my scalp. I think that's just like the best part. So I don't irritate my scalp at all. I really like this shampoo because, like I said, it's moisturizing, and you see my fingers they are still able to just glide through without getting caught. Um, so it's not tangling with the shampoo in there. So when you are looking for a shampoo for your hair type, you want it to be able to, you want to be able to manipulate your hair with the shampoo in it. Now I like to go in with this little brush I got from the Dollar Tree. Not too much. And if you don't have one, that's perfectly fine. Your fingertips did a great job. I can't really say that it does too much, but I think, again, for me, it's just more about making it an enjoyable wash day experience. And I'm just kind of putting it in the center because I'm getting ready to rinse this out. And so I just kind of put it in that direction because I'm getting ready to wash it out. All right, so let's go ahead and rinse this out. I finished shampooing. So now I'm going to deep condition for like 20 or 30 minutes while I eat dinner. And then I'll finish the rest. So this is it. Natural state clean, no conditioner, no product. The deep conditioner that I'm using tonight is Mielle Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask. And once again, we just gonna do a generous amount. We'll comb through it with the brush in a minute. First, I like to do it with my fingers for no other reason than I just like playing in it. I honestly don't know what mirror to look in. So I'm just gonna look at the camera. Okay, so every section where I think that it feels that there isn't any product, I add more product. And now I'm just gonna go through it with my fingers. You can use a detangling comb, brush, whatever works for your hair. So you can see that there's no product in there. Like I said, for me, this is just to play in it because it's been braided away for a week. Alright, so now let's go in with our brush to kind of help the product get distributed all the way down to the roots. This mint rosemary mint smells so good. Okay. It's all the way through. Alright, so now from here, like I said, let me add some more on my edges to keep those moisturized. And then we'll also do the nape, because this part kind of comes out of the braid and the front is it gets washed, you know, daily, because I like to style my edges. Okay, so I'm just going to use this little shower cap, processing cap, but you can use a Food Line bag, Walmart bag, grocery store bag. Get it off my ears. And then I just have this, and this is so old, I don't even know where I got it from. Hothead, maybe? It's just a conditioning cap, so I'm going to pop it in the microwave for, it's going to be like a minute, 45 seconds in total, but I'll do like a minute the first time and then 45 seconds the second time. And then I'll just keep this on while I have dinner, which I need to cook a little bit. So 20 to 30 minutes, and then I'll rinse it back out, and then I'll come back. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so I am back. It's about 30 to 45 minutes later. I let it deep condition for about 30 minutes, and then I just rinsed the deep conditioner out. So now I'm just getting ready to apply the leave-ins. So for the leave-ins, I do like a liquid and a moisturizer. I'll say it like that. A liquid leave-in. So in my little spray bottle, I have my leave-in that I'm just going to spray on here. I'll show you the bottle in a minute of what I use. I've been using it since, I'm not going to say consistently, but it's something that I used when I was a little girl. And I just recently decided to revisit it, and I found it on Amazon. You can't find it in stores anymore, but I will show it to you. I just like to put it in this bottle, but you don't have to put it in a spray bottle. You can actually just squirt it kind of on your hair. That's how my mama used to do it. And I like to really just saturate it. Again, I think I'm very generous with my products. I don't know if that's good or bad, but this is the product. Can you see that? Infusium. It's a leave-in treatment. And for some reason, it just works really, really good on my hair. So the shampoo and the conditioner really kind of set the foundation. And then I think having a good leave-in conditioner is essential too. So find something that works for your hair. I like the liquid first. If you notice in each step, I kind of always make sure I'm detangling. And then next I go in, this is a moisturizer, and it's by Hawaiian Silky. So you can just pick that up at your local beauty supply store. Very generous. And put that in there. And then that's gonna be it in terms of leave-in. Now you can go right in after you've applied your leave-in and part if you want to. But I am going to apply heat. I'm gonna blow dry with a comb attachment. Just because for me it helps with, I think it helps me to manipulate it a little bit better. In a stretched state. You know, trying to catch it and catch my hair to put the braids in. It's not necessary. So if you want to omit that step in your process, you can. But I'm going to go ahead and add it. And I like to make sure that I massage pretty much at every step of the wash day process too. So the leave-in kind of gets down on the scalp. Is it necessary? Maybe not. And the moisturizer too. Because we want not just healthy hair, we want a healthy scalp too. All right, so we kind of got our leave-ins in. And now I'm just going to go in with the blow dryer to stretch it out. And my blow dryer has a comb attachment. All right, let me get the blow dryer out. Here's the blow dryer I'm using. This is, I think it's like Red by Kiss 1875 Pro. And it has a comb attachment. It came with like 4 attachments. I just picked this one and used this one. I primarily use the comb attachment and the diffuser when I do like a wash and go. But all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I guess speed it up from this point while I am blow drying. It's dry for the most part. Now you can stop here. You can stop here, or you can style it from this point how you want to style it. You actually could have stopped, like I said before, without blow drying and then style however you choose to, or air dry. But, and you see, it's not like straight. It's just, you know, it's just no longer wet at this point. That's pretty much what the blow dryer does for me, which is why I use it. But now I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair, go ahead and section my hair off in preparation for braiding it again. It's just easier for me to make it a 2-day process. So yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. And I'm just gonna do the same. I'm gonna do the 3 rows again. So for the first row, I start like at my ear. So basically, I'm just gonna do like from ear to ear across the back of my head, and then from ear to ear across the top. And then those are my 3 rows. All right, so that first one is in, and I'll be honest, parts for me don't really have to be like super straight, because I can fix it when I go in tomorrow. This is just to get it, um, the foundation in, which is the braids in the way that I want it, and also to make it really kind of quick because it is late and I'm kind of ready to go to bed. So but I want to keep it simple. And so you see, I'm even combing through it with like this fine tooth comb because it's just so manageable at this point. Now you can make your parts however you want them, how small you want them. I kind of like to have anywhere between 4 to 5 on this row right here, just because again my goal is to be quick, and I know that I only want it to last for about a week. So this is like a section that I'm going to use right here. I think that's okay. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cornrow. Alright, so the first braid is done because I don't even really braid it all the way to the end since I'm going to take it loose. But I just braid it, and that's it. The first one is in. Very quick. I'm going to go ahead and do another one. All right, so I have 2 cornrows in. I think I can probably get like 2 more in the back. 2, maybe 3. I don't know. We'll see. It may need to be 3, but I may make it 2. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the back, and then I'll come back once I'm finishing up the front. Okay, so the back is cornrowed. I have 2 rows. I did 4, and then I think it ended up being 5. Because I started on this side. So again, I didn't really plan it. I don't really plan it. Normally I just part and braid because I'm trying to get it done as quick as possible. So now I'm back at the front. And so I had been wearing it like with braids to this side and braids to this side, just so it kind of like cascades down. But I think I still wanted to cascade down, because when I tell you, I primarily just put it up like in a little bun in the back, or I'll do like 2 buns on the side. Something really cute. But now maybe this time, we'll see. Now it may change. Like I said, I just kind of, that's the whole point, to do it and, you know, kind of lay the foundation. But then the fact that I don't braid the same night kind of gives me the freedom to change my mind if I decide to tomorrow, if this doesn't turn out right. So this is kind of where I'm going to start. Basically, I kind of want a middle part, and I want to have the braids coming from the middle part. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start here and see how this works. Um, Honestly, I might could make that a little bit bigger because I don't want them to be too small. And maybe angle it a little bit more. And see, I may wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not feeling it. And so then by the time that I get ready to braid it, I can switch the pattern if that's what I choose to do. All right. So, like I said, if you know how to cornrow it. If you don't, flat twist it. But to cornrow, you just take 3 pieces of hair, and then you braid it to the back. And then you pick up hair as you braid. And the smaller the hair that you pick up, usually the neater the cornrow. And if you let your finger go all the way through, that also kind of helps it to be a little bit neater. But that's just a tip. It's not, this doesn't have to be neat because I'm going to be taking it out. But that's just if you need tips on how to cornrow, if that's something that you aspire to learn how to do. So now I've got this one little cornrow in up top. Again, I don't braid all the way to the end, just a couple of braids beyond the scalp just so it will lay and stay in place. I'm gonna kind of go ahead and do this side to see what I can do with this side. Okay, I might do this last one with you and then I'll come back. Once they're done, I have one more step before I call it a night. And I'm kind of excited about that because it's right at 10 o'clock. So I'm ready to go to bed. So I started at 7. I started this at 7. It's 10. And I took a break to cook and eat. And now I also think it took me a little bit longer because I am recording. If I weren't recording, it may not have taken that much time, you know, because I had to set the tripod up. But this also, I want to give you like a realistic time frame of how long it takes. And also for you to see why I break it into 2 sections. 2 different days. Now you could do it, knock it out on a Saturday if that's your thing. But I'd rather have my weekends free. I'd rather have cute hair and have my weekends free. All right, so let's go ahead and fix these sections and then I'll be back. All right, I just finished up. So this is what the front braids look like. So I ended up with 8 in the front. And I made sure to leave my edges out. My edges are so fine. Like they look like I don't have edges, but the reality is there is hair there. It's just very, very fine. So I always want to make sure I leave that out of braids. I'm so thankful that it's normal to have, you know, edges in certain styles. You don't necessarily have to define them if you don't want to. I just kind of like to do it. I think it frames my face really nicely. So I do leave that out of the braid. But I ended up doing all of the braids, coming in the style that I want. So I think it's going to cascade really nicely once I put in the braid and hair. So last step, and then we're done with this braid prep. I go in, this is grease. It's grease. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just in this container because I transferred it into a edge control container because the container that it came in was kind of deep and this was all I had left. But all it is sulfur-8, and it's the one in the blue jar. I think that's what, the light, sulfur-8 light. And I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it soothes my scalp. Now, I know it may be controversial to like grease your scalp in 2023, but I do. Again, just because whether it does anything for hair growth or hair health or any of that part I can't tell you. I don't know. I will just say it makes my hair feel good. So that's why I do it. Like, it makes my scalp feel good. And I just like it kind of tingles a little bit. So I like the tingling of it. And that's why I do it. And I do it at this step. You know, just to set the foundation. Let's do the back. Can I do the back with you guys? Can I turn around? Can I just trust that I can feel through the parts? Let's try it. And you'll notice that my parts may not be so straight or so perfect. It can be corrected during the braiding process or not. I think it's fine. But if you want to perfect your parts, that's fine too. Alright. Hopefully I got everything. I tried to feel it. I normally do it looking in the mirror. But okay, we are done. We are done. This is it, and I'll just put on a bonnet for the night. And then, like I said, you can wear, because I do have to work tomorrow, so I can throw on a hair wrap, I can throw on a wig. I don't have any meetings tomorrow, so honestly, I could work like this if I chose to. I could put on like a headband. It's perfectly fine. If you don't want to go the next step of adding the extensions, you can wear your cornrows. You can take your cornrows out and have a braid out. The sky's the limit, and your options are really kind of endless. So, all right. So thanks for hanging out with me while we prep for me to do some braids tonight. All right. So I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.